folks, we've got a new lesson for you today. It's Benjamin Francis Leftwich, 1904. Got a capo at the first fret here, all standard tuning. We're going to be using a very similar strumming pattern to the Atlas hands one. So I would advise you to have a look at my lesson on Atlas hands because I go into this little strumming pattern quite in depth there. I'm going to keep it a little bit simpler for this, just try and get through the song as quick as possible. Have a look at the chords, we'll put up the chords on the screen, the tab and everything, but we'll try and get through the song as quick as we can. Okay, so let's get started. Alright folks, so here's our verse. We've got a capo at the first fret here. Now, when I'm going to be speaking about our chords today, it's all going to be relative to the capo. Alright, so if I tell you to play the 7th fret, you're working from the capo, not from normal 7th fret without the capo, okay? So capo would be 0, the 2nd fret, which usually the 2nd fret is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on up the neck, okay? So we'll flash up the tab for you now so you can have a look. You can see we've got basically 3 chords playing through there, the whole thing. We've got C, E minor, D, okay? Now we start on the C chord, okay, and we're going to be using the strumming pattern. So as you can see on the tab, it maybe looks a little bit strange how I've placed this out for you, but I'll explain it all and it should hopefully make a bit of sense. So we'll get started with our first shape. It is on the 8th fret, okay, with our middle finger on the E, okay, so it's 8th fret up here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use the 7th fret here with our first finger, and we're going to use the 9th fret on the D string with our pinky, okay, so it's 8 on the E, 7 on the A, 9 on the D, and that should give us this sound. We're going to strum down 5 strings. Okay, this E string is getting missed out through the whole song. Okay, so I don't want you guys to play this. We're hopefully going to miss this out when we add in our strumming pattern. Okay, so that's our first one. And then after we've played that, we just lift off the middle finger. That gives us our E minor. Okay, first and pinky stay in the same place, just the middle finger lifts off. So that's our E minor chord. Then we have to move along to our D. So let's shift along this pinky to what would be the 12th fret. Okay, remember it's all relative to the capo here. So it's the 12th fret with the pinky, and then move your 3rd finger above that onto the 12th fret on the A, and then this first finger is going to sit on the 10th fret on the E. This will give us our D chord. Okay, that's once again it's 5 strings. Miss out the high E string down here. Right, and then we move back. It's exactly the same shape. We just move it back 2 frets to the 8th fret here with our first finger. So it's going to be 8, 10, 10, 0, 0. Okay, and we're also going to be lifting off the pinky halfway through this. Lift off the pinky and put the middle finger down at the 9th fret behind the pinky. Okay, and once you've played that, you go back and you repeat it through. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you guys, all the chords there. So let's get started on the strumming pattern. Okay, so here's our strumming pattern. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be taking our thumb and our index finger. That's all we need. Okay, it's as simple as that. What we're going to have to do is use our thumb on the bass notes here, which is the low E string every time, and then we're going to be using our finger to go up, down, up. Okay, so it's an up, down, up. So it's thumb, up, down, up, 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 thumb, up, down, up. Now this up, down, up pattern can be as loose as you like. You don't have to go for specific strings, okay? So what I'm kind of doing is I'm doing this. Sometimes I'm hitting 2 strings when I come up here, a little flick of the finger, maybe starting from the B, the G or the D. Sometimes I'm getting 1. What you have to realise is that it doesn't matter, you want to be keeping this as just as smooth as possible, okay? Because the whole sound of the song will flow through really nicely if you keep that pattern flowing, okay? So don't worry too much about accuracy on certain strings, because obviously the way he plays it, it's really loose and really like freestyle sort of playing. Maybe put a little accent on the down strum of that with our little finger here, sorry. Like that. Okay, that gives it like a little bit of rhythm there, a little bit of nice rhythm to it. Alright, so that's our basic pattern, and we just have to do that on every chord. So we're going to go like this on the first chord. Okay, so that's thumb, up, down, thumb, up, down, up. Remember, you just try and miss out this E string here, this high E string, and then you just flow through the chords. So the first one's C, our C shape, then our E minor, and you've got two C chords to play with there. So you just play nice and loose like that. You can hear I'm playing it kind of loose. It sounds really good as long as you keep that rhythm going. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Okay, just that rhythm there. That's what it's all about. Okay, so that's basically what we do for the first part. If you want to just flick back through the tab and you can follow through how the chords go in order, but it's basically what I just played there. Okay, so let's move on to our next part. It's just our chorus. Okay, so our chorus is just 3 chords again, but we're playing them in more of an open position here. So what he does is he sometimes plays E minor, and he sometimes plays E minor 7. I'm just going to teach you guys it with E minor 7 because it makes the other changes quite easy. So we're going to do E minor 7, we're going to do D, we're going to do C add 9. Okay, just really basic shapes. Alright, and we're going to add in this nice strumming pattern that we've got, that we've been practicing for the last part, and it's also used in Atlas hands. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly look at the tab here so you can see how the moves are. Okay, so here's our tab. And you can see on the tab now that we've got the E minor, we've got a changing bass note. And by that I mean the thumb is going to do some movement from the E string down to the A string. Okay, so you're going to be moving between the two. And we have a little hammer on for that as well. Okay, so our basic pattern for our chorus is going to be running through just like a tab here. Now it does change at the end, okay, but what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to have a little look through like his live videos playing this and follow through. Sometimes he plays the D a little bit longer, sometimes he doesn't, okay, so I want you to really watch his videos and see if you can pick up when this is happening. It's really simple to do. It won't change anything that I'm teaching you here, but it just means you guys can do a little bit of work yourself, just having a look at how he plays it and just following through so you can get the structure just right. Okay, so let's get started. Right, so we've got E minor 7 here, okay? Alright, so that is a 5-string chord at the moment. Remember, we're missing out an E string the whole time, it's a high E string. So it's 0 on the low E. It's going to be the 2nd fret on the A string with the 1st finger, 2nd fret on the D string with the middle finger, open G, then the 3rd finger at the 3rd fret on the B string. So it'll give us this. Okay, now we're going to use this pattern that we were using before, which is the thumb, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up. Okay, so that's thumb, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up, thumb, up, down, up. Right, now that's the basic part, but what he does is he changes his bass note every time. So he does this. Okay, so that is using the bass note on the low E here, and then using the bass note on the A string and doing a hammer on from open to 2nd on the A string, and then an up, down, up. Okay, so he's going E, up, down, up, A, then up, down, up. Okay, and that's the hammer on like that. Okay, so that goes through. Then he goes to a D, okay? So it's just a regular D5 really, you're playing it as a power chord. You're missing out the high E string here, and all you're going to do is pluck the D string, and you're going to be doing up, down, up. Okay, so you can see that, it's just the same pattern, no hammer-ons this time. And then up to the C. C add 9 there, okay? Now our C add 9, okay, what you'll have to watch is there's a little come off on one of the notes here, you're going to do a little pull off, okay? Okay, well not really a pull off, but you bring off your finger as you're doing the strumming pattern, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to be doing the strumming pattern as before. Okay, so you did a little move there. Okay, so I'll just tell you what you're doing here. So it's thumb, up, down, up, 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 thumb, up, down, up. Okay, so it's the little up stroke at the end that you're changing on. You're lifting off this third finger on the B string and really accenting that change. So you make sure that you pluck that string. It's a little bit more accurate with this part. Okay, so it's thumb, up, down, thumb, up, down, up. Okay, so you can see that second time through that little pattern, I lifted off my third finger. And then you would do it 2 times through again, and then on the second set of 2 you would finish with the finger going back down again. Okay, so that would be like this. Change to a D just right at the end there. Okay, but if you flick back to the tab, that should hopefully keep you right about structure wise there. Okay, now as I said, sometimes he finishes this chorus by cutting off that C a little bit quicker and giving a full lot of the bar to the D, okay, or a full lot for the D. So it'll take a wee bit of watching through his videos and just seeing how he plays it, but it's basically what I'm showing you here. I'm just not going as in detail into the structure, okay? Trying to just get you guys to be able to play all the chords first, and then you guys can go away and work on the structure. Okay? So that's our chorus. Okay folks, so that'll cover our lesson for today. Now, I was just trying to do things a little bit quicker for you, okay? So hopefully I've not rushed through anything. If you do have any questions, if you feel things haven't been explained enough, then just drop me a comment below and I'll try my best to sort of help you out with it. But your best bet for getting this song together is to go and listen to him playing it live. You can see what he's doing as well, which is great. And follow through the tabs that I've posted in for the video, okay? And then that should hopefully keep you right, and you should be able to work your way through the structure for this. There's only really 2 parts to the song though, so you just have to be able to get in and out of each part at the right point, and you'll have the tune down, okay? So hopefully you guys found this helpful. Subscribe if you like. Press the like button down that side, and thanks again. Any requests for any other songs, let me know and I'll try my best to get them done for you. Thanks again for watching. See you guys soon.